Semaine dernière, nous démarré avec un thème qui dit comprendre le mystère de l'argent. Et c'est de là qu'on continue de parler à matin. Et dans notre thème, ça, on parlait de comprendre le mystère de l'argent. Le premier bagage que nous mettons en face, nous mettons en face aux différences qu'il y a entre l'argent et maman. Nous te dit que l'argent est beaucoup plus spirituel que nous avons pensé. On dit que parce que l'argent, il y a un esprit qui conduit, un esprit qui guide, et esprit ça, les mamans. Donc en d'autres termes, ce n'est pas l'argent qui est maman, mais c'est l'esprit qui est attaché à l'argent qui est maman. Et qui ça maman fait? Maman c'est lui-même qui là, qui pour prendre des décisions que ou pas t'apprendre dans ton normal. Juste pour gagner l'argent. Donc, les bagages mal ou mon affaire pour l'argent, c'est l'esprit qui est attaché à l'argent, c'est maman qui porte ou à fond ça. Tuer mon, dans la prostitution, dans le vol, etc. Pour que l'argent, eh bien, c'est des bagages qui sont attachés. Et c'est l'esprit ça qui est attaché à l'argent. En d'autres termes, on dit que eh bien, l'argent, c'est pas maman, mais maman, c'est l'esprit qui est attaché à l'argent. Et nous dit que l'esprit, ça est tellement son esprit qui est puissant au point que Jésus comparait l'esprit ça à Dieu. C'est le seul élément que Jésus même arrivait comparer à Dieu. Jésus arrivait dans face de que il comparait maman à Dieu. Il dit, ou pas qu'à servir deux maîtres. L'éclair, ou pas qu'à servir deux maîtres. Mais les maps suivent lecture là. Pour moi, qui est-ce qui deux maîtres? Il veut pas qu'à servir maman et Dieu en même temps. Ça veut dire que ça veut dire qu'il compare Dieu à maman parce que son esprit est tellement puissant, son esprit est tellement fort. Nous dit que l'argent, c'est la puissance, c'est la plus grande puissance économique mondiale. Pour mettre n'importe son tac à gagner, eh bien l'argent n'est pas ça. Ça fait nous dit que l'homme dit pas aimer l'argent. Parce que l'argent c'est la plus grande puissance économique mondiale. L'argent comme toute autre entité appartient à Dieu. L'argent comme toute autre entité spirituelle, disons, appartient à Dieu. Donc nous dit que, eh bien, l'important pour comprendre que, eh bien, l'argent c'est dit, ça le dit.
Means what it means. And one of the biggest problems that we have in the church is that we pray for God for something that we declare that we don't like. We pray to God for something that we don't like. Protestants, they easily stand before God and say, Lord, it's not money, it's not wealth that I'm asking for you, but give me a chance so I can relive again. I want to tell you, my friend, there's no way for you to relive without money. It's not money. And we repeat it. Lord, I come before you. I didn't ask for fortune. I asked you for help. My friend, if you don't have money, you cannot go to the hospital. I don't ask for money. I ask for, if you don't have money, you cannot even serve God because you are vulnerable. When you don't have money, whatever someone says, you take it. When you're poor, you're miserable and you're vulnerable. That's why I said when you're poor, in the society that we're growing, the way that technology is advancing, technology is giving so much means for us to make money. And I precisely said, in the clean way, to the point that it's almost a choice now when someone lives poor. It's almost a choice. We have so much means now to make money clean. And my dear friends said that one of the biggest problems that we have in Protestants is that we understand that we can do everything through faith. We understand that we can do everything through faith. When they say, I'm living by faith, they're living day to day. They have no budget. They don't prepare anything. They're living day to day. Today, they go to work. They got $100. They use all the $100 that they need to know. And then they remember they need to pay FPL. It's when they were done, they remember they need to pay the water. without a budget. And you understand that
Moi,
you're
te dis
living.
que la
I told
foi
you that
pas
faith
efficace
is
côté
not
pas de budget.
effective
Parce que ça
without a
passe.
budget.
La foi
Because
paraît,
faith
c'est lorsque
appears
toute
when
préparation
all preparations that you and I did are done. So we did so many preparations. We said, for this month, this is what we have. This is what we're planning for it. And when everything is finished, and we realize that even though you had a budget, and everything finished in your hands, then it's then that faith intervenes. But if there was no budget or preparation, the faith cannot intervene because you didn't even sit with no base. So faith intervenes, and it's effective from what you prepared. So in other words, my dear friends in the Lord, if you prepared nothing and you say that you're living by faith, I almost want to laugh at you. I almost want to laugh at you or ask, where did you learn this? And we said that one of the things that are important, we said that money, it's important to understand that the mystery of money is that money answers to everything. We showed you that what money cannot do, it's only God that can do it. I'll repeat it for you. What money cannot do, it's only God that can do it. So in other words, money does all. Money makes someone who has a big belly sexy. They see him because look at your stomach, look at your head, look at your feet. But if you have money, then they'll say you're good. People who have money are not ugly. If you think I'm lying, then ask. Ask the women. People, men who have money are not ugly. So money answers. And you tell me that, well, money cannot give me love. I regret this for you. You say that money cannot give you anything that you would want life. I will say, as I said before, enter to an emergency room without money. And Bill Gates enters the same emergency room to see who they will receive. If there was only one kidney, tell me who they will give it to. The one that has money? Is it him after when he's done? Then he can make that person a beautiful car. Give that person a beautiful car. We said when you don't have money, then your words have no value. You're saying something every single day. And you don't have money, no one ever hears you. But the same thing, someone who has money repeats it once. They put it on Facebook. This, and that. And they write their name at the bottom. It's the word of a celebrity because then they have money. When you have money, you're in a meeting and you sneeze. They say, oh, great idea. Because you have money. You have money. Everything you say is good.
Chers amis, dans le Seigneur, nous dit que l'important pour que nous comprenions le mystère de l'argent. Nous dit que, eh bien, il n'est pas bon pour railler le monde pour ça, mon concerne, parce que l'on
when you hate
pour
someone for what they
son
have,
signe
it's a sign that says that you don't have maturity yourself. Because I want you to understand that while you hate the person for what they have, once you start to have, then people will hate you as well. So when you hate someone for what they have, it's a sign that says you're not ready yourself. You don't have maturity that's necessary for you. We said that money obeys money. In Haiti, we say money goes to the house of money. So they give to those who have, and not to those who don't have. Let me tell you something, my dear friends in the Lord. There's no place. It's your birthday, and someone is shameless to appear before you and greet you and give you a handshake and says, you know what, I don't have anything, but here's $100. Some people give you $100 because that's what they have. But some people give you $100 in the function of what they know you have. I'll repeat it for you. Some people give you $100 because that's what they can give. That's what they have. And others give you the same $100 because they give it in the function of what they know that you own. You see, the same person that gives you the $100 and someone else who has money, they give them $2,000. Money goes to the house of money. They give people who don't. It's the society that we're living in. So if you want to live well, you must have money. But you must have money in
Est-ce que vous
good
comprenez?
condition. Do you understand what I'm
Donc,
saying?
à faire l'évangile qui dit faut
So,
pauvre
for
pour
the gospel
servir
that
le
says you
Seigneur,
must be
faut
poor,
pauvre pour
you must
servir
be
le bon
poor
Dieu.
to serve
Même
God.
nous, c'est menti.
But I tell you it's a lie.
Nous, c'est pas vrai.
I told you it's not true. Because in the plan of God, you're not supposed to live in poverty.
Donc, on dit que
So he said that
les bons pour
it's good
comprendre
to understand
l'importance,
the
du moins
importance
le
or
mystère
the mystery
de l'argent.
money.
Maintenant, nous te montrons que
We showed you that money,
il y a un bagage qui est important qu'on doit faire
and
concernant
there's
l'argent.
something that's important that you must do concerning
L'argent,
money. When money
en plus,
comes
fois,
into your
problème, nous
hand,
pas
many times
respecter
we don't
Nous te
respect
disons que,
money.
écoutez,
And we told you that.
je regrette ça pour me dire
I
ça,
regret to say
mais
this,
les jeunes
but
filles,
young women,
pourquoi qu'on gagne toutes cheveux
you
sur
cannot
terre?
have all this hair that you have. You cannot have all these shoes that you have because you're not ready for it.
Pourquoi qu'on gagne moyen
You don't
pour
have
ça?
the means for
L'argent,
this.
toutes cheveux
Money
ça.
for all
Sur
that
un
hair.
cheveux.
If you love
Vendre
hair,
cheveux.
then sell
Sur un
hair.
soulier.
If you love shoes,
Vendre soulier.
then sell
Et
shoes.
de bénéfices
And
souliers,
then the benefits of the
occasion de
shoes,
soulier pour
you
mettre
can
dans le
find shoes to
pied.
put
De
on your
bénéfices
feet.
l'argent,
And the
les
benefits of
cheveux,
the
occasion de
hair,
cheveux pour
you
mettre
could
dans
put
le tête.
hair
Ou
to
pas
put on your
qu'à
head.
chambre
You cannot
chargée
have
cheveux,
a room
chargée
full of
souliers,
hair, full
et
of
voir
shoes,
tant de monde faire
and you're waiting for
$10.
people to give you
parce qu'on pas
$10. It's because you don't respect
Des
money.
bagailles,
There's
il faut
things
qu'on
that you
gagne.
cannot
Jeune
have yet.
garçon, on peut
Young
gagner
men,
tout gros
you cannot
marque
have
tennis,
all
ça,
these
parce
brand
qu'on
name
peut
shoes
moyen
because
pour
you don't
gérer
have
tout
means to
tennis.
watch over all those shoes.
Ou pas qu'à bon valise,
You cannot have a bag
$1000 dans main,
for $1,000 in your hand,
et ou pas gagner $2
and you
dedans.
don't even have $2 inside
On
of it.
juste pas comprendre.
We just don't understand the mystery of money.
Et nous dit que
And we said that
Jésus bat en parabole.
Jesus gave a parable
Dans Matthieu
in
chapitre
Matthew chapter
25.
25.
Et parabole, quand
And
c'est
this
là,
parable that he
explique
gave
qu'il y a
explains
un homme
that there's a
qui est en
man
voyage.
that
Il y a
is
les
in
trois
voyage, and he
serviteurs.
called
Et
three
les trois
servants.
serviteurs,
And the three
il
servants,
bat chaque
he
ensemble
gave
de
each of
talents.
them
Il y a un qui bat 5
talents.
talents.
One he
Il y a
gave
un qui bat
5,
2
one he
talents.
gave 2,
Il y a un qui bat
and
1
one
talent.
he gave
Si là, il
only
bat
one.
5 talents, et puis
The
il
one that
fait
he gave 5, he gave it to him, and he went to voyage. When he came back,
contrôle.
and he
Si
did
là,
a
il
control.
bat 5
The one that
talents,
gave
il
that
dit,
had
écoutez,
one that
maître,
had 5
on te
talents.
donne 5 talents.
He said,
fait le
Master, you
travail.
gave me 5. I worked it, and now I have 10
Mettre
talents.
5 sur lui.
I put 5
monsieur
on
baille
it.
5 talents,
And when he gave the
il a
5
des
talents
10 talents,
and
il
gave
fait
him back 10
100%
times,
d'intérêt.
he made 100% interest.
Deuxième n'a dit, maître,
And the second one
vous
said,
te
Master,
deux
you
talents.
gave me 2
Eh bien,
talents,
on
and I
travaille,
worked,
moi mettez 2 sur
and I
lui.
put 2 more on it.
Troisième n'a dit,
And the third one said,
mon cher qui t'aime de bagaille.
let me tell you something.
Je connais son nègre,
I know you're a
son
man,
vicieux,
you're wicked.
son arrogant.
I know you're
On
arrogant.
prend ça par
You
vous.
take what's not
Parce
for
que
you.
l'homme pauvre,
Because when you're poor,
il faut arrogant.
it makes you arrogant.
L'homme pauvre,
When you're
on
poor,
haït tout le monde
you
qui
hate
gagne.
everyone who
Parce que
has.
on rend tout le monde
Because you make
responsable.
everyone responsible
pauvreté.
for your
Et
poverty.
moi, je bagage,
And
c'est
I will
ma
tell you
vie dans le
something, my dear
Seigneur.
friends in the Lord.
Mon riche,
People who are
pas jamais
rich
critiquer pauvre.
never criticize
C'est
the
pauvre
poor. It's
qui
poor
critique les
who
riches.
criticize the rich.
Répétez-vous encore.
Repeat it for you again.
Donc, depuis où on
So
critique
when you're criticizing someone,
checker autour de vous.
check around
Pour
yourself
si c'est parce
to
que
see
vous bagaille,
if it's not because they have
ou
something
même
that you
ou bagaille.
don't have.
Donc,
So
non, non, avec arrogance, il dit,
So the person
mais
with
qu'on a son
arrogance says, I
nègre,
know
ou
you're a
prend ça
man,
pas pour
you
vous,
take what's not for
ou
you,
manger qu'on
you
n'a pas
eat
planté, ou ramasser
you
qu'on n'a pas
plant, you
semé.
take
Moi,
where
j'aime
you
qu'on a
didn't
son nègre
plant.
qui aime à faire monde. Nous, quand ça me fait pour
You know,
on prend
you
grain
like
talent
concern
là.
for others. So you
Te
know what I
mettez
did for you?
dans
I
terre.
take your only talent.
Mon
I
Lord
put it
vini,
underground
mes
so that when
talents.
you come back, I can give it to
Et
you.
bien, qui répond Jésus
And
va
this is the
le
answer that Jesus will give
Dans Matthieu
in
25,
Matthew 25,
verset 27.
verse
C'est là
27.
qu'on continue avec deuxième partie.
And we'll continue with the second part.
Il te fallait donc remettre mon argent au banquier.
Il dit, si tu te connais, ou pas ta faire à comme moi. Ou ta bombe l'argent, moi ta remettre li à banquier. Et qui ça?
Et,
Et,
à mon retour,
les retourner.
j'aurais retiré ce qui est à moi
Moi
avec
t'as
un
joué
intérêt.
l'argent là avec intérêt. Si vous connaissez son nègre,
If you know that
So, but
I
that
was
for
if
you,
you weren't
I
going to
like
do nothing with the
eh
money,
bien ça vous te fait.
then what
C'est
were you
pour pas
supposed to do? You
prendre
were
là.
not supposed to take it from me.
Moi t'as
I would
remettre li
have
la
gave
banque.
it to the bank.
Et l'aime tourner.
And when I came back,
Moi t'as
I would
joué
have received it
avec
with
intérêt.
interest.
Donc, bonne conception
So there's a
d'église
conception in the church
qui kembe non niveau
that
de
holds
pauvreté.
us in a level of poverty.
Lord,
And it says
l'Église,
that when you're at the
chrétien
church,
va mettre l'argent dans
Christians
stock
do not
market.
put money in the stock
Chrétien va
market.
prêter mon
Christians do
argent à
not put
l'intérêt.
money,
Lord, dit ça,
cannot
regarde
ask for money
au
with
moins.
interest. When you
C'est
say
pas
this,
des
I look at you and I
dimanche
laugh.
dernier.
And we told you last
Si on
Sunday,
paraît devant,
if you appear before
dit,
me
pasteur,
and you say, Pastor,
moi besoin $1000
I need
prêter
$1,000
pour
as
me
a loan
caille moi.
to pay my house, to give the children food, that if I have, I'll give it to you. That's okay. But if you appear before me and say, Pastor, I have a business that I want to try, and I need $2,000, the first question I will ask, how much will you give me back? Because now we're speaking of business. Does the church understand what I'm talking about? Because money that you're investing is to make an interest. And that's why many of us, we fail because we know things are too easy and we don't give it importance in life. Why didn't you give me my money back? And I would have put it in the bank, and they would have given it back to me with interest when I come back. My dear friends, God did not create you to live in this situation. God never called you to live this life of misery. You cannot accept to live in misery like this. Listen carefully to what I'm saying. Wealth,
La richesse, pas seulement question
d'argent. It's not only a question of money. I want to tell you that the rich are not rich only because they have money. And the poor is not poor only because they don't have money. And that's why there's people who are millionaires today. And after 3 months, they're poor again. And statistics show that a majority of people who win in lottery, they because they had a money that they weren't prepared for. They had money that they weren't ready for. They had money in their hands that the spirit was not prepared for this money. And the first thing that they do, they go to the mall and they buy the name brand car. They buy jeans, they give friends gifts, they go to restaurants, and they finish. And after a time, they go back to the same way because they took the money without where they weren't ready, where they didn't have maturity for, where they weren't ready for. In other words, it's not money that would only make you rich. It's not the money that you don't have that will make you poor, but wealth is a question of, so it's a question of mentality. Riches, it's a question of, so that means what? You must be rich inside yourself, rich in your thoughts, you must be rich in your actions, in the way that you're living. And when money comes into your hands, then you will be able to manage it in the way. Some people, they may have money and they still look like nothing. And John will say to Jairus in 3 John 2, this is what he
Bien-aimé, je souhaite que tu prospères à tous égards et sois en bonne santé. Comme prospère l'état de ton âme.
Comme prospère l'état de ton âme. En d'autres termes, cher ami, la prospérité, la richesse, c'est une question de âme. La richesse, c'est une question de âme. La prospérité, c'est une question de âme.
Prosperity is a question of your soul. When you're rich, first you must have a soul that's rich.
Et pas sans raison, les nègres ont besoin de l'argent. Premier, ça le fait s'il n'est pas d'accord au travail, s'il n'est pas d'accord à investir, s'il n'est pas d'accord à faire business, s'il n'est pas d'accord à l'école, les nègres ont besoin de l'argent. Premier, ça le fait l'album. Parce que la prospérité est liée
is linked to your soul.
La prospérité
is linked to your soul. And depending on the value of your soul, it's the value of the money that the devil will give you. Because prosperity is attached first to the soul. And money is one of the elements that is attached to the soul. And that's why Jesus said to a man,
gagner tout le monde veut dire que ça puis là s'il perdait son parce que la prospérité est attachée ça veut dire si pas
so that means if you don't have a soul that's prosperous, then they can give you all the money on the earth and you stay someone who's poor. Church, I want you to understand. So first, your soul in the world, there's 2 buyers of the soul. There's 2 buyers of the soul. There's the devil and God. It's either you give your soul to the devil to get money, or you give your soul to God. And when I say give your soul to God, I didn't only mean come to the church, but I say give yourself to God. There's two buyers of the soul.
Ça fait.
And that's why
Mais différence
the difference between these two buyers of soul is that
there's
there's one that, what do they do? There's
Li
one
bon l'argent
that
avant.
gives you the money first,
Et puis il prend le mandat toucher
and they will
après.
ask for it back later.
Parce que le diable a
Because
raconté
the
le modèle
devil, you
l'argent
go
qu'il
to
fait.
for money, and
Li
what
bon
does he do? He
l'argent.
gives you the money.
Mais puisqu'il fait bon
But
l'argent,
when he gives you the money,
il me dit l'argent, il va pas
he wants
l'argent
to tell you
pas
the money that he
lié.
gives
C'est
you
l'argent
is
qui est
not
destiné à
yours,
vous.
but it's money that he
Et puis on va qu'attendre l'autre acheteur d'âme. Puis on va qu'attendre ni au
because you
côté
cannot
non, on va
wait for
dire
that
li
other
bon
buyer of the
l'argent.
soul, you go to the devil.
Mais là on fait
You give your soul, but when you
Et ça, le bras
give
le manteau pour
it, then
toucher.
you will ask.
Et ça fait
for
l'offre
that.
il prend l'argent.
That's why when you take the
Et ça, le bras le
money,
prend petit là.
then you will take the
Il va le petit
child.
au
Then
pied
you
de
will
mère.
take the child that you love the most.
Il va le madame
Then you
là.
will take the wife.
Il va le détruire après.
Then he would
Parce
destroy
que
you
li
later
bon
because
avant,
he gave
et
you
puis
first and
mais
takes
bon, l'autre
later.
acheteur
But there's another buyer
qui c'est Dieu.
that is God.
Et qu'est-ce que ça
And
dit?
what does the
Il dit
psalmist
c'est
say?
la
He
bénédiction
said
de
it's the
l'Éternel
blessing
qui
of the
enrichit.
God that
Elle va se
riches
suivre d'aucun
and
chagrin. Pour qui ça? Parce que
following
l'autre acheteur
no
d'âme qui ça
pain.
dit,
Because
ils
the
ont
buyer
temps, ils ont
of the
suivi
soul says,
étape,
wait,
ils ont
follow
suivi
the stages,
procession,
follow
l'ont
this
béni.
process. So when you
Ça fait
come,
monde
when
bon
you're
Dieu
blessed, you're
béni.
blessed. That's why the
béni,
people that
béni.
God bless, He blesses completely.
L'église me arrive à
Church,
avoir
I
le
want to
côté
reach with you somewhere this morning.
Moi, je veux dire,
I want to tell you
là, on a un homme qui a diable.
when someone sells their
C'est
soul
pas
to
parce
the devil, it's not
qu'il
because
très aimé diable, mais c'est
they
parce qu'il a
like
besoin
the
d'argent.
devil, but it's because they want money.
L'homme la gueule dans la
When
prostitution,
someone puts
c'est parce
themselves
qu'il a
into
besoin
prostitution,
d'argent.
it's because they need money.
Ma vie dit,
I want to tell you
l'argent n'est pas diabolique.
that money is not demonic.
L'argent n'est pas
Money
satanique.
is not satanic.
L'argent n'est pas maléfique. Pas
Money is
maléfique.
not evil.
Mais l'argent seulement
But
demande
money
un
only
niveau de
asks for a
maturité.
level
Il y a
of
bagaille que
maturity.
faut
There's
gagner
things that
parce
you
qu'on a
don't
besoin
have. It's because you
maturité.
need maturity.
Amis,
My friend,
on est touché vendredi.
you just received
Dimanche,
money
on va pas
Friday
venir à
and
l'église.
Sunday you
Ou
cannot
on
come
peut
to
avoir
church.
l'argent.
You're ready to have money?
Amis,
My friend,
on serve machine.
you just have one
On pas
car
venir l'église dimanche.
and you
parce
don't
qu'il
come to
était
the
trop sale.
church Sunday because it's too
Seigneur,
dirty.
mène-le dans la carouage pour la laver.
Lord,
Est-ce
I will
qu'on
bring you to the
voit
car
qu'on
wash to
a
wash it.
maturité
Do you see
pour
that
ça
you have
qu'on
maturity
demande?
for what you're asking from God?
L'argent demande
Money asks
maturité.
for maturity.
Remarquez, il y a un jeune homme
And
qui
notice there's
était très
a
sage.
young man who is very wise.
Et puis il arrive un moment, il commence à
And he
parler
reached
Dieu à
a
moi.
place where
Quand
he
vous ça,
started to speak
parce qu'il commence à
ill
gagner.
because he started to
L'argent
have
change
money.
voix.
Money
L'argent
changes
change
your
marche.
voice. Money
L'argent
changes the way you
change
walk. Money changes your
L'argent
tone.
change
Money
style.
changes your style.
En d'autres termes, c'est
In
pas
other
l'argent,
words, it's not
mais c'est
money,
l'esprit
but it's
qui
the
est
spirit
attaché.
attached to money that's mad.
Et ça qui fait,
And that's why
un serviteur qui prend le
there's
fond
a
de
servant that
déclaration,
will make a declaration,
qui prend le fond de déclaration
that will make a
claire.
statement that's very
Et
clear.
déclaration ça, il
And
va le
this
faire avec un
statement,
pile
and you'll
force et
make it with so much
autorité.
strength
Dans Proverbe
and
chapitre 30, verset 7 à 9,
authority.
ça
In
le va dire.
Proverbs, this is what it
Je
will
te
say.
demande deux choses.
Il va dire, Seigneur, moi, je donne deux bagailles.
Ne me les refuse
Tant
pas
pis, pas refuser
avant que je meure.
avant de mourir.
Éloigne de moi la fausseté et la parole
Premier bagage,
mensongère.
éloignez de moi la fausseté et la parole mensongère. Mettez un désir dans moi pour ne pas
A
jamais
desire in me
mentir
so
sur
for me to never lie.
Ne me donne ni pauvreté ni richesse,
Deuxième bagage, pas bon ni pauvreté ni richesse. Monsieur dit, je ne
He
veux
said, I
pas
don't want to be poor
je ne veux
and I don't want to be rich.
Jésus pour qui ça?
He says, why?
accorde-moi le pain qui m'est nécessaire,
Il dit, bon moyen pour me vivre. Vous comprenez pour qui ça? Non, pour qui ça?
de peur que,
Il dit, de telle sorte que
dans l'abondance,
l'homme abondant, ça veut dire l'homme qui pile l'argent.
je ne te renie et ne dise,
Pour ne pas renier et pour ne pas dire
qui est l'Éternel?
qui est l'Éternel. Parce que Jésus même
Because
dit,
Jesus even said that
l'esprit qui est attaché
the
à
spirit
l'argent,
that's
c'est
attached to
mammon.
money,
Les
that's
comparer
mammon,
à Dieu.
compares
Jésus est le même.
to God.
Donc, en
And
pile fois, les
Jesus
gens
calls
qui ont
for
l'argent
master. So
sans
many times for
maturité,
people that
qui
have
sont
money
faits,
without
ou qui ont
maturity, what
tendance
do
pour
you do? You have the tendency to turn away
Ça
from
fait en pile
God.
fois, les gens qui ont
That's why
l'argent,
many times when the
ils
man has
presque
money,
tout, bon Dieu
he
pas
almost says
exister.
God
Parce que
doesn't
pour lui,
exist because for
bon
him,
Dieu, c'est l'argent.
the
Il
one
dit,
who's
pas
God is his
ni
money.
pauvreté,
He says,
ni richesse.
I do not ask
De
for neither
peur
poverty
que
nor riches,
l'homme
so that
abondance,
when I'm in
pour pas
abundance,
dire
for I
qui est
not to
l'Éternel
say,
là.
who is the Lord?
Ou que,
Ou bien,
dans la pauvreté,
dans la pauvreté,
je ne dérobe
pour ne pas
et
dérober,
ne m'attaque au nom de mon Dieu.
pour l'autre monde pas attaquer.
So people don't say, where's your God? I don't want you to give me too much money to say, who is the Lord? And I don't want you to be poor. So people don't say, where is your God? Because money, or mammon, or the spirit that's attached behind money, is the only spirit that even Jesus compares to God. So if an element can be compared to God, I want you to understand that the amount of power that's attached behind money. So, and this statement, if I would ask the Protestants a long time ago, who said this? Lord, do not give me too much money, do not give me poverty, so I don't leave, or riches, so I don't leave. Who will say this morning?
Salomon, pour qui ça? Parce qu'elle n'a pas.
Why? Because
Et ça tout protestant l'entend.
That's what all Protestants long time ago said. We're repeating. That's what they say. But when you read the Bible, you don't take only one verse, but you go to the first verse, and you'll see that this statement was made by Ecole, that's the son of Jacob. He made this statement. Proverbs 30, you'll say that this is the statement of Agar, son of Jacob. And there's some pastors that even say David said. There's some pastors that say Solomon says. And the Bible says this declaration was made from Agar, that's the son of Jacob. And there's two ways that they call him.
C'était dans un premier temps un ensemble de hommes spirituels qui étaient là dans le temps. C'est une classe d'hommes.
It was a class of men, and among these, they classed some among them, and Agar represents one of the men that were more powerful in that time, in that period. He says, I don't want too much money, so I don't abandon you, and I don't want to be poor, so they say, where is your God? My friend,
l'argent demande un niveau de maturité. Moi, je veux dire, c'est pour commencer à y monter parce qu'il y a l'argent. C'est déjà une preuve qui dit que
you're not ready to have money.
So, même Jean, Dieu n'est pas dans le plan de Dieu pour vivre dans le péché. Même Dieu n'est pas dans le plan de Dieu pour vivre dans l'hypocrisie, dans l'immoralité. Il n'est pas dans le plan de Dieu non plus pour vivre dans la pauvreté. Pas dans le plan de Dieu pour vivre dans la pauvreté. Et c'est comme ça que j'ai envie de dire, cher ami dans le Seigneur.
That's why I want to tell you, my dear friends in the Lord, I really hope you understand that we're living in a world of cause and effect. We're living in a world that what you plant, that's what you will reap. If you plant misery, you will reap misery. If you plant riches, you'll reap riches. So do not make anyone responsible for your situation. It's not your uncle that made you poor. It's not your auntie that made you poor. If someone can make you poor, it's yourself. The only person that can make you poor is you. It's not even your country. If you plant corn, don't expect for wheat. Because at the end of the day, what you plant is what you will reap. I want to tell you that whatever you're living is the result of what you planted 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 6 months ago. Whatever you're living and experiencing today is the result of what you planted.
Je dis à cher ami, je ne vais pas donner prospérité passive. Vous me devez écouter, venir l'église, par la dîme, ou après l'argent, pas ça. Je vais dire que l'argent exige une forme de maturité. Parce que contrairement à ça, pile monde comprendre, c'est que l'argent n'est pas un objet. L'argent est un esprit qui cache derrière. Mais on veut dire, bagage qui est fort aujourd'hui.
L'argent,
pas reconnaissant.
Is not grateful.
L'argent,
money,
pas reconnaissant.
Is not grateful.
Parce que l'argent,
because money,
pas de maître.
Has no master.
L'argent pas
Money
reconnaissant.
is not grateful.
Ou mettez un bon
You
l'argent.
can have so much money.
L'argent
And when the
aller
money leaves,
ou elle ka voisin.
and you see it at the house
Les
of the
lois, les
neighbor, when they
passions,
see it, they don't remember you.
L'argent pas
Money
reconnaissant.
is not grateful.
L'argent
Money
pas gen maître.
has no master.
J'aime qui t'aime ton
My
bagage.
friend, let me tell you something.
Gen deux bagages qui
There are
arrivent
two
avec
things
l'argent.
that can happen with money.
Gen deux
There's
types de l'argent.
two types
Si
of
vous voulez
money.
mettre le nom
If I want to
économique qui
put it
simple.
in
Ma
a
foi
form
économique
that's very
très
simple,
avec
very,
un
very
qui-
simple,
qui très bas avec.
it's so very, very low.
Gen ça olé
There's
l'argent
what they
qui
call
allait
money that goes
et l'argent envoyé.
and money that you send. Do you see where I reached? I went very, very low.
Gen l'argent qui
There's money
allait,
that goes
gen l'argent
and money
envoyé.
that you send.
Mesdames, don't get me wrong. Les bons pour
It's
n'habiller.
good for us.
Les bons pour
Women,
nous
don't
frères.
get,
D'ailleurs, nous
you know,
obligés,
it's
frères. Nous devons
good to make
habiller.
yourself beautiful
Mais moi, je veux dire,
and wear nice clothes. But I
à
want to
chaque
tell you
fois,
that every
on prend
time
l'argent,
you
ou
have
achète une
money
perruque,
and you buy a wig,
c'est l'argent qui allait.
it's money
Qui va
that
jamais tourner
goes
encore.
and will never come back again.
Moi, je veux dire, à chaque fois,
I
on
want
prend
to tell you that every
l'argent,
time you take your money
ou achète un faux
and you
cheveu,
buy fake
ou fait
hair
tresser tête, ou
and
son
you
l'argent
make
qui
them braid your hair,
allait.
it's money
qui va
that
jamais
goes
tourner
and
encore.
will not come back again.
Moi, je veux dire,
I want to tell you
l'entrée
that when you
dans le
enter
store,
the store,
ou acheter, on achète avec 6 boîtes souliers,
come back with 6
Son
boxes of
l'argent
shoes.
qui
It's money
allait,
that
qui
went
ne va pas tourner encore.
and won't come back
Moi, je veux dire aux
again.
jeunes gens,
I want to tell young men,
leur prend plaisir.
when you enjoy
À
yourself
fréquenter toute
and you
boîte de
go
nuit.
through
Leur
all
une boîte de
nightclubs,
nous
when you go
dépensée.
to a nightclub
Son l'argent qui a
that you spent
allé.
at, it's
Et
money that
l'argent
goes,
allé
and money that
pas
goes
tourner.
does come back.
Est-ce que vous comprenez ça?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
L'argent qui
Money
allait
that goes
pas tout
doesn't
tourner.
come back.
Depuis l'argent allait,
If the money went, then it went completely. Are you here?
Est-ce que vous comprenez ça?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Lorsqu'on arrive au
When you
côté
reach
demoiselle,
somewhere, young women,
lorsqu'on arrive au
when you
côté
reach
jeune
somewhere,
gens,
young
on
men,
prend plaisir, on passe
you
de
enjoy
motel
and
à
take
motel.
from
On
one
passe parce
motel
qu'on
to
est
another motel. You
jeune.
think
On passe
because you're a
parce qu'on est
gentleman,
éclairé. Moi, je
because
dis
you're
parce qu'on
smart.
est
I want to say
égaré.
that you're the most
On prend
senseless.
tout motel
You
dans
know,
la
all the
ville.
motels in the
C'est
city,
l'argent qui a
it's money that
allé.
went.
L'argent allé.
Money that went does not come back.
L'argent allé, pas tout.
Money that goes does not come
Mais
back.
tout, depuis
And I want to
l'argent,
tell you
c'est
that
lui qui allait. N'a pas
this
rien qu'à faire.
nothing will
Parce
make it
que
come back
l'argent
because
pas
money
reconnaissant.
is not grateful.
L'argent pas reconnaissant.
Money is not grateful.
L'argent pas
Money
reconnaissant.
doesn't have a
Et
master.
raison qui fait
And
l'argent
the
aller,
reason
il pas
why when money
tourner.
goes, it doesn't come back.
C'est parce que
It's
quel que soit
because
côté l'argent
wherever
arrivé,
money
la
reaches,
bienvenue.
it will be welcome.
Il pas tourner parce que
It will not
quel
come
que soit
back because
côté l'aller,
wherever money goes,
il a recevoir le
it
bien.
will be welcome.
Donc depuis l'aller,
So if it goes,
il pas
it
tourner.
won't come back.
Que donc,
So
à chaque fois on monte sur internet là,
every time you go on the net
ou on a un petit cop qui vient dans la main,
and you have money
Ou
that
checker.
reaches your hands and you're checking,
ou acheter ça,
and you
ou
buy
tic,
this
ou checker,
outfit, you check,
ou tic, ou checker.
you check.
On dit à pas cher.
You say, oh, it's
pas
not
de sel.
expensive. Oh, there's a sale.
Il descend lui, ou
Oh,
tic, ou
okay,
checker.
you check.
Moi je dis oh l'argent
I
qui
say that money
allait
that goes
pas
doesn't
retourner.
come back.
Depuis l'aller,
If it went,
l'aller.
it went completely.
L'argent allait pas tourner.
Money that goes doesn't come back.
À chaque fois on entre dans un nightclub,
Every time you enter a nightclub
on prend un plaisir.
and you have a good time,
Les bons pour
it's
connaître,
good to know that
c'est l'argent qui allait.
it's money that
Like
was
about
gone
something.
away and will never come back.
À chaque fois on achète un hookah, jeune
Every
garçon.
time you buy
Jeune
hookah,
fille.
young women, young men,
Et pour chita, on prend plaisir.
and you sit and
Gros-
you enjoy
gros type dans
yourself,
main.
and you have a big
Pour
tube in your
pousser
hand,
film
and
même, vous comprenez chaque
spitting out
film on
smoke.
pousse.
Every time
Son l'argent qui allait.
you push out smoke, it's money that went and will never come back.
L'argent qui allait.
Money that goes, that's gone away
tourner, parce que
and won't
l'argent
come back
n'est
because
pas
money
reconnaissant.
is not grateful.
L'argent n'est pas reconnaissant.
Money is not grateful.
Ou mettre marcher dans bar jonglé.
You can walk through all bars.
Ou mettre prendre plaisir jonglé.
You can enjoy yourself however you want. But I want you to know,
depuis l'argent aller.
if the money has went, it won't come back.
L'argent qui tournait.
Money that comes back. I'm doing an economic that's very
l'argent qui tournait.
Money that comes
c'est
back
l'argent envoyé.
is the money you sent. I said that money that
partout
goes doesn't come back, but money that comes back is the money you sent.
À chaque fois on prend l'argent.
Every time you take your money,
pour mettre plus connaissance sur vous sur l'argent.
More knowledge in you, then it's money that you sent.
Et l'argent ça allait la
and that money, when it comes back,
la tourner en quantité qu'on pas jamais
a multitude that you will never.
À chaque fois on investit dans tête ou l'éducation. Son l'argent envoyé à temps devant. Son l'argent envoyé à chercher
to go look for other monies. And when it comes back, you'll come back with more money because it's not it that went, but you sent it.
À chaque fois commencer un business.
Every time you choose to start a business,
aussi difficile ou difficile.
It may be difficult.
Son l'argent envoyé.
But it's money that you sent.
Et là tout.
And it will come back.
Et ça fait américain parler.
And that's why Americans want to speak of return of investment, because when you invest, you must have a return. When you invest, it's money that you send. And if you send it, then you know where you sent it. I would like the church to understand what I'm saying.
No,
so when you send money, it will come back.
À chaque fois on prend l'argent pour mettre connaissance, l'argent envoyé à chercher l'autre argent.
You sent money to look
for money. À chaque fois commencer un business,
every time you start a business, the money that you sent to look for other monies.
L'homme mettait l'argent dans
the stock market. It's money that you sent to go look for other monies. My friend, we play a lot at the church. We say we give offering. I will not say anyone's. We say we give all types of offering. We pay our tithes. It's true. But understand, my friend, it's good and it's very important to pay your tithes. But it's good and very important when you finish giving God 10% to know what you would do with the 90%. If the 90% that you have in your hand, that's what went, I guarantee you it won't come back. But we understand that when we give God 10%, then Lord, I give you 10%, then I could do, no, you cannot do what you want with the other. You must assure that it doesn't go. When you're working, and you choose to buy a good life insurance, it's money that you send.
Parce que demain,
because tomorrow, depending on the insurance plan that you have when you're sick, then there's good life insurance plans. You can find money from it when you're handicapped. You can find money from it if the doctor said you will not be healed. When you send your money, it comes back. I'm surprised to see a group of people who don't even accept to invest in themselves. When you choose to share with those who are in need, for those who don't have, it's money that you send to find other monies. There's someone that you helped today. You'll be surprised because you helped that person today. Then years later, someone else will help you because you helped someone else.
David said,
I need someone to do good. Who is it? And David is looking. And he met a man.
que papa te
that his
aidé.
father helped.
Et non ça dans
And
moment.
this man in this moment,
Monsieur son homme pied le
he's a
coupé.
man, his foot is
Parce
cut.
que dans enfance li,
Because
il était dans
in
mon
his youth,
servant pendant la guerre.
there was a
Pendant
war.
servant la courir avec
While the
lui
servant
tomber
is
son
going,
roche.
running,
Et puis
and she
pied
fell on a stone,
pas qu'à
and
faire à pied.
his
Il
foot
vient devenir né.
left. And now he's
C'est
no.
pas trompé, c'est mes filles Bochette, c'est pas trompé. Mais filles Bochette nos zones,
And
parce que tout le monde a
it's a place
humilié.
where
Il pas
everyone
représenté
humiliates
rien.
him. He doesn't
Et
represent
puis
anything.
bon là,
And at
David
times,
songeait sa
David
papa
remembered
avec
what
Bochette.
the father did.
Il dit, pas qu'il y ait un monde dans la
There's
famille
no
ici
one
qui me
in
caille
his family
récompenser.
that I cannot-
Papa a mouru. Mais c'est pas
The
bon
father
monde qui
died.
dit gagnons mes
There's a
filles.
one,
Monsieur son cocobé.
and he's handicapped.
Monsieur nos zones
He's
reculées.
in a remote
Monsieur dans
area,
fond misère.
and he's in misery.
David dit,
David
à
said,
chercher.
go look for him.
Là, chercher mes filles
And
Bochette.
when they
Là,
brought
on
him,
série
and they
de
see
gros nègres à descendre, son
great
série de
men
gros
that are going
chevaux,
down on
bien habillés. Et
horses,
puis on dit, yo,
dressed
vite
very well, and
mes
they
filles
said,
Bochette,
begin
yo,
to look
coco
for him.
bécatéa. Tout le monde
Handicap
saisit.
that's on the
Mes
floor,
filles
and everyone's
Bochette, dit, qui
surprised,
ça
and
me
they say,
fait? Yo, dit,
what
ouah,
did
me demande.
I
Il dit, ça me fait,
do?
ouah.
He said, what did I do to the king?
Elle
Look where I am in my corner. He reached.
David dit, payez mes
David
filles Bochette.
said, wash,
Mettez-le sous table.
put him on the table.
Dorénavant, mes filles Bochette à vivre dans le palais.
Now he's living in the royal
Manger
palace,
sous ta boîte.
eating at the
Parce que
king's table.
longtemps,
Because long time ago,
bon l'argent,
there was money
papa te
that
voyait.
his father sent.
L'argent envoyé
The money that you send
tournait.
will
Joindre.
come back to you.
Alors d'accord,
When you accept
et choisis
and choose
investir
to
dans l'œuvre de
invest
Dieu.
in God's
C'est
word,
l'argent
it's
envoyé
money that you send
à chercher
to look
notre argent.
for other monies.
Puis gros problème, nos chers amis,
And the biggest problem
c'est
that we
que
have
c'est
is
pas nous
that
qui voyons
it's not
l'argent,
us that send money,
mais c'est l'argent
but it's
qui
money
allait.
that
Et
goes.
songez samedi,
And remember what I told you,
l'argent qui allait,
money that goes
l'argent retourne.
doesn't come back.
Il dit, nul ne peut
says-
servir de maître.
No one can serve two
Donc l'esprit
masters.
qui est
So the spirit
attaché,
that's attached,
du moins ce qui conduit
or at least
l'argent.
is drives
L'esprit
money,
qui est
the spirit
attaché
that's
à l'argent, c'est
attached to
maman.
money is mammon.
Et Jésus
And
même
Jesus
livré.
himself even
comparer
reached to
maman
compare
à Dieu.
mammon to God.
Ça fait de l'argent
That makes money
l'élément le plus puissant du monde.
the most powerful element in the world.
Amen.
My friend,
Tout ça nous fait dans la vie,
everything we do in life,
nous fait pour l'argent.
we do for money.
On va répéter.
I'll repeat it.
Tout ça nous fait dans la vie,
Everything we
net,
do in life completely,
nous fait pour l'argent.
we do for money.
Ou fait un paquet d'années à
You
étudier
spent so many years studying
et pour venir l'argent, c'est pour l'argent.
and you have money now.
Moi, envie de dire au
I
matin,
want to tell you this morning,
pas qu'il y ait un monde qui
there's no one
remet travail sur la terre, pas vrai.
that likes
C'est
to
des
work
gens
on
qui
earth.
disent, moi, remet travail, menti. Pas
If
qu'il y ait
someone says
personne qui
that,
remet
it's a
travail.
lie. No one likes to
Nous remet
work.
l'argent.
We like money.
Et qui t'aime dire,
And let me tell
tout
you,
travail, on remet travail là.
as you
Lever
could say
chaque
you
jour,
love
aller
to
travailler.
work, wake up every
On
morning
remet
to go to
travail.
work. You like
Et
the
puis, dans la
work.
fin de
And
période là,
at the end of the
on va
day,
jouer nos
you
paychecks.
don't see a paycheck.
ouais, qu'il va commencer à railler
Then
travail.
you'll start to hate this job.
On va travailler parce qu'on remet
You don't
travail.
work because you like to work,
On travaille
but
parce
you
qu'on
work
remet
because you
là.
like money.
Moi, mais là, nous dit là.
I like how we say money
Mais bon, bah, on répète,
because it's the way that you repeat.
on va
It's like how
travailler
you
parce
don't
qu'on
work
remet
because
travail.
you like to work,
On travaille parce
But
qu'on
you
remet.
like
Dis-moi,
to
petit,
work because you like
l'argent.
money.
Donc, en d'autres termes,
So in other words,
ça que fait l'on lever matin, corps
what makes you wake
formal,
up
tout corps
each morning, your whole
crasé,
body hurts.
ou pas venir prendre téléphone pour
And you
dire
don't want to take
patron,
the
on
phone
pas
and say to
venir
the boss,
travail.
I
C'est pas
won't
parce
be
qu'on
able to
aime
come
le
to work.
travail
It's
là.
not because you like the job.
C'est parce qu'on aime boss là.
It's not because you like the
C'est parce
boss.
qu'on connaît son
But it's because, you know, if you don't
il a
go,
retiré
then they would take
l'argent
the money. The money would diminish.
Donc c'est pour là.
So it's for money.
Et puis mon bagage comme ça. On dit Seigneur,
And for something like this, you say, Lord, it's not money. It's not wealth. I'm asking you, give me a chance so I can live again. How will you live again?
Tout pasteur qui fait
All
sur
pastors that
Facebook,
you see
YouTube,
who are crazy on Facebook, on
cap
YouTube,
chercher
who are
erreur
looking
pasteur
for the
fait
errors of other pastors
pour shooter sur yo.
and to
Yo,
go
I get temps
against
pour
them
préparer
and say,
message
you
encore.
don't have time to prepare messages
Et
anymore.
l'autre pasteur qui
It's
prie
the
yo.
other pastors that are their
Et comme
Bible.
si chaque
It's as
samedi
if
on
every time
cherchait
they
sur
say,
Facebook
they
là.
look on the
Puis on
Facebook,
dit
look
qui
on Facebook,
pasteur
they
qui
say,
fait
what
bêtise.
pastor
Et
said
puis
a
c'est le
joke.
message.
And if it's, then that's their message. Because you know why? So they can have more faithful. More faithful means what? More money.
Tout ça fait dans la vie.
Everything you do in life, you do it so you can have money. So, you shouldn't play with money, my friend. It's money that leads the world. With all due respect I have for women, if you have money, let me block my mouth. You can have any type of woman you want. If you think I'm lying, ask the gang leaders. Ask the other gang leaders. This gang leader said, he has a woman in the city. He can't even speak with them because he doesn't understand their language. But money brings them. There's some women who wouldn't take these men, but to open gates for them. Not even to open gates for them. There's some women who would even take these men, not even to be a chauffeur for them. Some women would even take these men, not even to stay in the fields of the house or the yard, but yet are on their beds. You know why? Because they have money. 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 My friend. I want to make you understand. And I told you before. Men who have money aren't ugly. If men who had money were ugly, then give me their names. I don't remember. Little Wayne. If you not only is he ugly, but he puts more ugly on his ugly. Ask him. There was a man that died. And they called him, he's a great rapper, American rapper. He had a moment where he was the reference of someone who's maybe or someone with a big mouth. If they would show you his wife, maybe the young people don't know. But facts, the reference, people who have money, men who have money are men who have money. Even though they have big shoes, don't worry. If they have money, you'll be surprised to see who are their wives. When you have money, they call you a gentleman.
So gentleman, because you have money. Men who have money put other men out of school in their house. Men with money put the university out. Là, je fais philo.
When I finish,
Je fais philo, j'ai un Google. Et puis,
when I finish my studies, and I need a job, I'm starting to speak French. And I said, I need a job.
Et puis, je classe moi. Je cravate maintenant
And
pour
I
moi.
take my tie,
Mal de mon job.
and I went out and I looked
Et
for
puis,
a
là,
job.
je vais.
And when I read,
Des compagnies matelas sous
there was a
les
company.
ça ou un bail non.
I gave
On
them
a fait comme ça. Et puis, je parlais devant
And
mes ça.
I appeared
Mais ça,
before them.
n'est qui te mettre mes ça
And the
sur
one
petit
who
nom,
owned
petit
it, there was a
clodi,
man
au
that they
Milan.
called.
L'aime paraître
And
devant
when I
mes
appeared
ça.
before him like
Et
this,
puis, je paraître, je me demande
and I
travail.
appeared and I asked for a
Je
job,
parlais de CV,
and I
moi.
prepared everything,
Et puis,
and
je me devant petit
I
clodi,
reached before
on m'a mis là.
him,
Et puis, je commence à dire bonsoir.
and I said, hello,
Je suis.
I am,
J'ai dit, oh.
and he said,
Ah, ben, François vient parler
well,
là.
you're speaking French here?
J'ai dit, ah, ben, François vient parler là.
You came to speak French here?
J'ai dit, ici, là,
said, here?
elle m'a nous vendre. Elle m'a là, au lever ici, là.
We
Elle m'a là, au
we
lever.
said,
Ah, ben, François vient
well, you
parler.
came to speak French?
J'ai dit, monsieur,
He said,
montrez, monsieur, comment on a
show
fait
him
comme ici, là.
how we make money here.
Et puis, je vais saisir,
And I'll be
tu vas même
surprised to
faire
see
préparatoire
that.
de. Et ça fait le
That's
fâché.
why
Parce que
he's
moi,
mad,
je me dis,
because
je suis.
I just
Mais
came
là,
and said
ils vont
I
pas
am.
trop. Ils sont
But when you
pas
come
bien.
before the
Ils font ça.
boss, you speak
Là, vous faites
French, you
faire
look for your
philo.
French. Well, you just finished your study.
Mais l'argent,
Well, money
même à un petit papier philo.
brought me with a paper
Devant petit
of my
Claude,
studies
pas
before
comme
someone else who doesn't know how to read.
Ça connaît même devant.
What brought me before him? Money.
Agu dit, moi, m'a dit deux bagailles. Pas qu'il t'aime faire mentir sur le monde.
I asked for two
Deuxième
things.
bagage,
Don't
madame.
allow me to lie
Pas
to
qu'il t'aime
others.
pauvre.
And don't let me be poor.
Pas qu'il t'aime toi riche pour me pas
Don't let
quitter.
me,
Parce que
don't
moi,
let
nous,
me
nous,
be too
nous,
wealthy,
trois
so
moyens,
that when I have too
sans
much
maturité, nous
means,
quitter bon Dieu.
without maturity, you
pas
leave
qu'il t'aime
God.
pauvre.
Don't let me be poor.
Ça ne peut pas vivre, je vais vivre.
My friend, you cannot live how you're
Ah, bon
living.
Dieu voulait pour vivre.
It's not God that wants you to live like this.
Ou pas vivre, ou
You
travailler.
cannot live and you're working, my
Depuis
friend.
jour et vos collègues étant
And the
rasés.
day that they
Ou toucher
fire
lundi, ou
you,
rasé
you
m'a dit.
start to be poor.
Ou pas
You
vivre.
cannot live like this.
Ou pas vivre
You
comme
cannot
ça,
live
amis.
like
On est
this, my
fin toucher
friend.
des bons
You
fins
just
payer
earn
courant.
money, and once you pay the electricity,
Ou envie de déconnecter le
then
frigidaire.
you want to start to
Parce qu'on paye
disconnect the
courant.
fridge because you
On
pay
va gagner le
electricity
frigidaire.
and
Ou
you have
pas
nothing to pay in the
vivre.
fridge. You cannot live like that.
Ou pas vivre.
You cannot live
C'est pas
like
mon
that.
Dieu qui m'a dit
It's
pour
not
vivre.
God that asks for you to live like this,
Elle m'a dit, il faut gagner
but
discipline.
He asks that you have discipline.
Il faut gagner discipline.
You must have discipline.
Ou doit gagner
You
discipline.
must have discipline.
Et moi, je dis,
And I want to tell you, young men,
même qui peut pas gagner madame.
you who doesn't have a
Mais pour
wife
avec
yet,
une fille,
if you're with a woman
toute route li,
and all
tout
her
grand goût
past,
c'est restaurant,
then she's always
Commencez à
hungry.
réfléchir.
Start to reflect.
tout grand goût pas qu'à restaurant.
Every
grand
hungry
goût qui
cannot
dit-
be a restaurant. Some hungry
On a acheté du
will
riz.
say, let's go buy the rice.
Pas gagner l'huile dans coin là.
There's no oil at the
Pas
house.
gagner pas gagner maggi, pas
There's
gagner
no butter.
sel.
There's no salt.
Gon grand goût,
There's a hunger.
c'est réchaud pour monter.
Then you need to go on the stove.
Tout grand goût pas qu'à restaurant.
All hungry cannot be
Mais
the
c'est
restaurant.
pas dit pas mesdames dans
But
restaurant.
I don't mean don't bring the women to the restaurants.
Le gros pour parler tout dit pasteur dit
See,
restaurant.
pastor said it's not the
Mais
restaurants.
tout grand goût pas
But I
qu'à
said
restaurant.
not all I'm hungry should be the restaurants.
Faut ou apprendre qu'on
You
est
must
l'argent
understand that
depuis
there's
l'année
money.
pape.
When it goes, it won't come back. It
It
won't come back, my friend.
Ou pas qu'à acheter bagaille pour faire
Buy
moun ouais.
things to make other people see.
Ou pour qu'on gagne tout
You can't
bagaille ça
have
yo
all these
c'est ou
things,
pour
my
qu'on gagne
sister. You can have all these
frère,
things,
ou
my
pour qu'on
brother. You can't have them yet.
ou pour qu'on gagne dans
You
caille ça.
can't stay in this and live in this house
Ou
yet.
pour qu'on
You can't,
capable. Parce que ou pour qu'on gagne
because you don't have the
moyen.
means for it.
Pour qu'on gagne
You
moyen.
don't have the means for it yet.
Pour qu'on gagne moyen pour lui.
You don't have the means.
Pour qu'on gagne moyen.
You don't have the means for it yet.
Moi je vais aller plus loin pour me dire pour me finir.
I want to go even further to tell you to finish.
Sans besoin qu'on de l'argent.
What you need to know about money.
Raison qui fait que
The reason why
on doit être sûr que
you must be sure
l'argent
that money
c'est pour yo pour elle.
you send it.
C'est pas lui qui a
And it's not money that goes.
Parce que l'argent
It's because money
pas jamais marché pour compte lui.
never walks by itself.
L'argent toujours
Money always
accompagné.
is accompanied.
Et c'est ça que fait.
And that's why
Depuis commencer à gagner l'argent,
when you start to have money,
monde commence à critiquer
people start to
parce
criticize
que l'argent pas
because
marché
money
pour.
does not walk by itself.
On lit verset ça.
Let's read this
On lit
verse.
verset ça.
Let's read this verse so we can finish.
Marc chapitre 10,
Mark chapter 10,
verset 28 à 30.
verse 28 and 30.
Pierre,
Peter
ouais Jésus venu,
sees Jesus
monsieur Bolan Meli,
and he's next to the sea and he's fishing. And Jesus said,
venez,
"Come here.
on va faire pêcher d'homme.
I will make you fishers of
Ça
men."
va changer?
Well,
Et monsieur Jésus prend,
he
il a
sees
flâné avec
Jesus
dans toute la
and he's
rue.
going all over around the streets
M'a pas chez Cameroun.
and he's walking to people's homes.
Il dit,
And he said, "Master,
moi, pour me demander, moi,
you took me from my seat
je suis appelé de flâner avec tout
and you're
côté.
bringing me everywhere."
Et puis, mais ça, Pierre va le dire ici.
And
Parce que
listen to
quelqu'un
what
lui va
Peter
nous
would say
parler,
to
ça
him,
l'a pris
because
l'abdolé.
Peter, what he needs to say, he will tell you, and Peter will say,
Pierre se mit à lui dire,
Pierre dit,
voici,
maintenant,
nous avons tout quitté et nous t'avons suivi.
il dit maintenant,
he says,
moi, flâner avec.
"Teacher, you see, you're going
On tire
everywhere
pour
with
la
us.
là. Donc, quittez d'autres bagages.
We left, oh,
Quittez pas ton poisson,
I left my boat and my fish
pour me suivre.
to follow you."
Et bon verset qui explique le bien
And
qui
there's a
dit,
verse that explains it to
sois
me
bon dans
clearly.
le tout.
What will you give us in
Ma- ma-
return?
marcher des relations.
He says, "I'm walking and I'm following you. What will you give me?"
Il dit, nous avons
It
tout
said,
quitté.
"We
pour-
left
nous t'avons
all for
suivi.
you and
Et
to
Jésus
follow
va
you."
le dire, puis on va gagner.
And Jesus will say to
Ça,
Peter
Jésus va
something.
dire.
What
Jésus
would Jesus say?
répondit,
Jésus répond,
je vous le dis en vérité,
moi tout en vérité,
il n'est personne qui,
pas qu'il y ait personne qui
ayant quitté,
quitte
à cause de moi et à cause de la bonne
à
nouvelle,
cause de moi et à cause de la bonne nouvelle,
sa maison,
maison,
ou ses frères,
ou bien ses frères,
ou ses sœurs,
ou ses soeurs,
ou sa mère,
ou sa mère,
ou son père,
ou son père,
ou ses enfants,
ou ses enfants.
ou ses
Ça
terres,
veut dire d'autres termes, pas comme on dit
That means,
quitter
in
ça
other
et
words,
gagner.
anyone,
quitter ça
no
et
one who
posséder.
leaves everything they have,
Pas qu'on
everything
quitter
they own,
l'argent.
no one
Pas
who
qu'on
leaves
quitte
their
richesse.
money, no one who leaves their
Pour
wealth.
gagner terre, faut
To
gagner
have
l'argent.
land, you must
Pour
have
gagner maison,
money. To
faut
have
gagner
a
l'argent,
home,
pas
you
vrai.
must have money. Is
Pas
that
qu'il y ait
right?
monde qui quitte
There's no
l'argent,
one
lui.
who left their money.
Est-ce qu'on l'a?
Are you here?
Pas qu'il y ait monde qui quitte
No one who
l'argent
left their money
pour venir suivre moi
to
qui ça.
follow
ne
me,
reçoivent au centuple
Pour ne pas recevoir
who
100
shall
fois
not receive a
l'argent
hundredfold
quitté.
the
pour
money
le
that they
joindre moi.
left
Mais
to
sans
follow
besoin
me.
qu'on
But
ait
what you need to
l'argent
understand
pas
is that
marcher pour
money does
compter.
not
La
walk
prochaine
by
fois qui
itself.
ça?
To receive,
Pour la recevoir, qui ça?
to receive what?
Au centuple.
présentement dans ce siècle-ci,
Pour la recevoir dans le siècle, ça,
To
présentement.
receive now
des
in this
maisons,
La
time,
recevoir des maisons,
des frères,
des frères,
des sœurs,
des sœurs,
des mères,
des mères,
des enfants,
des enfants.
des
En
terres,
d'autres termes, la recevoir, la
So in other
rejoindre
words, you
100
will
fois tout
receive a
l'argent.
hundredfold of
L'équité, pas
all the
vrai?
money that they left.
Mais l'argent pas marché pour.
But money
Pour
does
continuer.
not walk
La
by
recevoir qui
itself.
ça?
You
Avec
des
receive it
persécutions.
avec
with
persécution. Pas de
persecution.
richesse sans
There's no
persécution.
wealth or riches
Est-ce que
without
l'Église
persecution. Does the church understand what I'm saying?
Il dit, pas de
It
monde qui a
says
quitté
there's
ça
no one that would leave.
pour ne pas recevoir 100
All of
fois
this
ça.
to not receive a hundredfold.
Mais avec qui ça?
But with what?
Avec.
des
With.
persécutions.
Et ça fait que pour
Persecutions.
commencer que l'argent.
That means when you start to have money, people start to say you're with the devil. When you start to have money, people start to hate you. When you start to have money, people start to see that you're senseless or you're rude. When you start to have money, the measure of your money, the measure, because money does not walk without persecution.
Ils comprennent ça.
Does the church understand what I'm saying?
Et ça fait me dire, l'homme joue le monde parce qu'elle gagne, c'est parce qu'on va
When you
comprendre.
speak ill of someone because of
L'homme
what
joue le monde parce
they
qu'elle
have,
gagne,
it's because
l'homme
you don't
gagne
understand. When you
parce
hate
qu'elle
someone
gagne.
because they have,
Qui sont rien dans l'équipe ça là?
then what are you in this?
Est-ce que c'est des maisons?
Are you the home?
Est-ce que c'est des frères?
Are you the brothers?
Est-ce que c'est des sœurs?
Are you the sisters?
Est-ce que c'est des mères?
Are you the mothers?
Est-ce que c'est des enfants?
Are you the
Est-ce que c'est
children?
des terres?
Are you
Qui
the
sont rien?
lands? What are you?
On s'est persécuté.
You're the persecution.
Est-ce que l'église a compris?
Does the church understand?
Parce que l'argent
Because
marche
money walks
avec persécution.
with persecutions.
Maintenant,
But now,
au lieu pour bénir bon
instead
Dieu
of blessing God
pour ça, yon monde
for what someone has,
ou choisi de
you
préférence
choose
persécuter pour ça le
to
possède.
persecute them
Eh bien,
for what
si
they
on
have.
choisit un
Well, if you
persécuteur,
choose
ou
to
après
be
ton
persecuted, then you'll
persécuteur
stay
jusqu'à
a
ce qu'on
persecutor
mourre.
until.
Et ça fait toujours dans la
That's why
position
you're
pour
always in a
jouer
position
monde qui
to
gagne.
speak ill of people
Et
who
au même moment,
have,
jamais.
and you never
Parce que vous
have,
faites choix
because you
d'être
made
un
the choice to be
persécuteur.
a persecutor.
Parce que bon Dieu a besoin de monde
Because
pour
God
le
will need
avec là.
people to send
Parce que
to those who
l'argent
have
pas
money,
marché pour.
because money does not walk.
L'église comprend ça.
Does the church understand what I'm saying?
C'est l'argent pas
Because
marché.
money does not walk by itself.
Ça veut dire qu'on comprenne le principe,
So when you
le
understand the
mystère.
principles, the mysteries of money,
Ou à vivre
you will
l'argent.
live another way.
Apprendre à gérer ça.
Learn to manage what's in your hand.
Apprendre à gérer
Learn
l'argent.
to manage the money that's in
Et
your
yon
hands.
bagay ki
And one of
drôle.
the things that's
Nous
weird or
faisons
strange
tout bagay
is
que
that we
nous
do
pas bien
everything
fait
that
avec
we're
l'argent,
not supposed to
sauf
do with
ça
money
nous doit
except
faire.
what we must do. We don't do it.
Moi, je dis aujourd'hui,
I want to tell you this morning,
c'est pas dans le plan de Dieu
it's not in the plan of
pour
God
vivre une vie de
for you
pauvreté.
to live a life of
C'est pas dans le
poverty.
plan de
It's
Dieu
not in God's plan
pour vivre
for
une vie
you
de
to live
misère.
a life of misery.
Pas dans le plan de Dieu.
It's not in God's plan.
Ouais, pendant que tu parles,
You see, why you say you're
Pendant que
poor,
tu parles d'argent.
why you say you don't have money,
dans mon fonds inventaire,
I want you
dans la
to
chambre,
do
dans la
something
closette,
in
dans
your
la
room,
machine,
in your closet,
Et calculer
in your car,
combien
and
d'argent
calculate
passé dans mon
how much
armoire,
money passed
la
in your
semaine là.
hands in the month, in the week,
qui est dans le garbage.
that are in the trash.
Et on va comprendre.
And you understand
Pauvreté par là,
the poverty of
son
yourself
choix que lui.
is a choice.
Que bon Dieu va t'église comprendre matin. Que bon Dieu
May God let His church understand this morning. And He bless you.